This question makes me so excited. If you guys know me, I love going to new cities and states and locations because I think I'm a travel bug anyways. But every city has a different jam. Like every city has a different vibe, has a different culture, has a different heartbeat, I would say. And I love to feel the pulse of new environments. So it's very easy to do. The only reason you're not expanding into another state or another city is because you just didn't do it. It's like simple as that. It's not because you can't. It's just because you're not. So I would obviously say expand to the closest city near you. So for instance, I'm in Washington, D.C. Maryland was a neighboring state. Virginia was a neighboring state. And I just said, you know what? I want to go into Virginia. So we just went in Virginia. I looked at my team and I said, who wants to go over there? They're like, I'll do it. I said, listen, it's not going to be like pack walks. It's going to be solo. We're going to build it up first. They're like, it's cool. I'll go back to doing solo dogs. And I made sure I paid them a great hourly rate to make sure it made sense for them. And now we're in Virginia. And I did the same thing for Maryland. I said, all right, guys, I want to go into some of the cities in Maryland. They're like, I'll do it. Okay, go on in. They build those territories up. They market in those territories for you as well. They repurpose those territories as well. They bring the pulse, the heartbeat. So now it's like, if I'm talking to you, Colin, I'm like, Colin, how's Maryland doing? And you're like, it's great. I got all these plans. I got all these ideas. We're rocking. Okay, great. Megan, how's Virginia doing? You have your team that helps you expand and build. And if you are automating correctly and you are running off of your cell phone, you can actually expand and scale pretty easily without an issue. You're literally doing the same exact thing. You're building a territory, but just in a new environment. I try to get walkers and pet sitters so much to look at their market research and find the pulse of their city, because so many people make the mistake of opening up territories in their own neighborhood because they live there. Where you live is probably not the best area to run a business. Like, it's just not. You can do it. You can have 20 clients or what have you. And if you're comfortable and you're doing fine there, that's great. But most likely where you live is not where you want to go. You want to find like where the finance districts are, people are going to work, where the children are not. I have 2 children, I know. You do not want the teenagers, so don't go into the teenager-friendly neighborhoods where they're walking their own dog. You don't want to be there. Those are not things on the checklist. Go to places where you know people are going to be in and out of the city, going to work, traveling back home. They can't get to their dog in time. They want to go to happy hour. They want to have a social life when they get off. Those are the areas where you want to be, because that's where they need a partner. You are the partner. And so that's basically it. Go in there, start a territory up, put a staff member in there, go to another one. Go to another city, pull the territory up, add a walker, go to another one. It's really as simple as that. Let's think about like old school, right? There's a really good book that I love. It's such an old book, but it's always a classic. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm sure many of you have seen it, heard about it, read it. But it is such a great book just for breaking down the mentality. If you have the poor dad mentality where you gotta be there, you have to be the one doing it, you're going to be working like a dog. You're going to have burnout. You're never going to have a day off, and you're going to be in the rat race. That is the poor dad mentality. The rich dad mentality is the one that scaled, the one that said, you know what, I am smarter together. I am smarter by putting infrastructure together, and therefore I don't have to be there. Like we talked about before, social media is a marketing avenue, ad campaigns is a marketing avenue, email campaigns is a marketing avenue, cold calling is a marketing avenue, right? There's so, and more and more and more and more. There's so many things you can do right from your computer at home or a coffee shop on your cell phone where you do not need to be there. A lot of the strategies I do is I put an ad out in the city that I want to go to. A lot of my strategies I teach is happening before I even did it. So I want to go to Austin. I live in Houston, Texas right now. I want to expand into Austin, Texas. It's a super cool city. It's awesome. The people there are friendly. It's great. It's where I want my company to go next. I will go on Craigslist and put an ad out right now. My happy tail is not living in Austin right now. I got no staff over there. I got nothing over there. But I will put an ad out in Austin and say, I'm looking for a dog walker. I want to see how many hits I get on that ad. I want to see what kind of staff are coming through on that ad. I want to see what they're looking for on pay rate, what's going on. So potentially I can use the money from my other territories to finance that territory. I am not going over there to service that territory. No. But now I have an ad. I have people who live there who say, this is great. I say, you know what? I have a company. I'm expanding it. I would love to be in your city. I would love you to help me be the person to do it. They're like, yes. I'm like, we're going to get you 1 or 2 walks, and then we're going to expand and get you a full territory. How does that sound? They're like, cool. I can do 1 or 2 walks right now. You'd be surprised people who will take 1 or 2 walks right now. They will do it. Let them do that. Then you say, great. Well, you know what, Colin? We have a whole territory now. We have 10. How you feeling? They're like, I love it. I'm doing 10. I say, well, cool. Let me go ahead and get you a backup person just in case you want to take a day off, just in case you want to go enjoy yourself. You shouldn't have to take all the work on yourself. Put an ad out again. Get them backup walker. Now you got 2 people in that territory that are helping each other out, supporting each other, marketing with each other. Now you got a whole territory that's just started to build. And you don't even have to be over there. Right?
Yeah.
You just got to know how to work your marketing, work your plan, work your sales strategy. I am the go-to person for sales strategy. That just makes my heart and my soul tick. And plans is just me. So, of course, start, scale, sale. Go to our website. We will work a whole strategy out for you to get you on the map.